Okay, let's learn about React routing in this video. मैंने अभी npm start command run करी and this is what our React application has for now. Okay, I mean this is what our application is rendering at the moment. Okay, so if you see in the app.js, we see this app function, and for routing purpose we need to install one dependency, this React router DOM. So you just have to install it through terminal. You just have to type npm install React router DOM and it will get installed, and this will have these route browser router and routes element or tags or whatever you can say. So for routing we have to like implement this into the app.js only, in the app.js only. Okay, like this is the most uh, standard format of implementing routes, which is in app.js. Okay, so what it does is, if we specify this route element with some path and some element, we so like this takes two parameter, route element takes two parameter. First is path, so path is like what we can give anything, and second parameter is element in which we have to pass uh, a UI element or like this React file. In second element, in second and the second parameter is element in which we have to pass this uh, React component. Yeah, so as we can see, um, at the first element I have specified with only slash. So slash as in like there is nothing specific to that address, so that's why. And at that route I've added element as p tag for first page, p tag with first page. So that's why at this route we are seeing first page. And for the route, for the path of slash home, we will see this home element. So home element have just nothing but this class, like this home text only. So if we want to move to this, like if we type home over here, we can see home. So this is home, right? So you get it, right? Okay, so okay, so the for to implement these routes only, for this like to implement, okay, to implement this route, we have to like this route element should be enclosed between routes element, which in turn is supposed to be enclosed between router element. Otherwise it won't work. If I just say, if I remove routes, it won't give any error, but it would give us compiling error or something. Yeah, okay, it's not giving any error, but we cannot see that page if you don't enclose the route inside routes. And similar to router as well, we also need to enclose this into router. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, let's create another one. Let's name it first page js. What, let's create a React component name as first page. We will display first page over here only, and let's export this as well. Okay, now if we go to app.js and uh, let's give it index, and let's create another route named as first page, first dash page, and pass an element of we will pass first page element over here, and that's it. So if we pass this, add this into the route now, instead of home we will see first page. Okay, we should see first page. Okay, यहाँ पे दो आ गए slide, that's why. So yeah, so you get the point of routing, right? Okay, okay, we can even implement routing. Let me try that as well. Like I mean we can also implement routing uh, with the button. uh, okay, let's call it open first page. Cool. Yeah, and let's let's I think it's link from React router DOM. Yeah, we have to enclose this button into link, or even if it's not a button it will still work. I believe. Yeah, and we have to specify two parameter, like that's a prop or parameter, you can say either way, you can address it as either way. And let's go to first dash page. So it should work in a way that when we click on this button, so it will take us to first page. Let's try this, let's save, and yeah, it's working. Can you see? I'm clicking on open first page and it is being routed to this, it has been redirected to this page. So it's that simple. And even if we remove it, but even if we remove the button, it will still take us to that page. See, it's that simple. So basically whatever inside the link tab, whatever it is, like anything, button, input, or anything you provide inside the link component. It by clicking on it, it will take us to wherever you want. Okay, okay, that's it. Yeah, one more thing. We are implementing this and route thing in app.js only. So one thing we can do, uh, we can like in the index.js, we are rendering app inside react.strict mode. So in here we can provide a browser router instead of app.js. So what will happen here? We are enclosing the app react component, like we are enclosing this react component of which is named as app into browser router, and we can remove this router over here. So router and browser router is the same thing, no? I've just renamed it as I've just renamed the browser router as router. That's why it was different. So okay, so this should also work, because if you see the logic, the app is also like app is enclosed into browser router. So indirectly, routes tag is enclosed in browser router and route is enclosed in routes. Okay, makes sense, right? Okay. Okay, then it should work again. Fine. So this is the home page which shows index for now. If we move to home, it says open first page, and okay, sorry. And when we click on it, it will take us to slash home slash first page. That's about it. You get the point of routing. I I'm assuming I have cleared your doubts. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can let me know. Thank you. Okay, there's one more thing I need to add in this. So let's do this. I can let's try this. So if I add a div element over here, and let's give it as a name. Let's do this way. Let's, for example, let's say navbar, and also let's give it some css to prove my point. Nav only. Okay, and let's put some css to nav as background color yellow, maybe. By okay, yeah, and font size is 5 rem. Let's do this, and also padding. Also, let's add padding of npx. Cool. Okay, so as we can see now, we have added this navbar element over above this routes element. So what happens is whatever inside the route will get changed, but this navbar element will remain still, whether you change your address or not. Like if I even if I go to home now, it will stay on top of everything. Like it will be still in the page. Rest of the thing will be routed. So that's why we have three components from React Router. So basically, what I mean, I let's change it to change it back to how it was earlier. It was like this earlier, right? And in app.js, let's do this thing, browser router. Let's put this below everything. So that's why. I hope you get my point. Like I was just explaining why there are need of router, then routes, and then route. So for this thing only, if we have any component which we want to render on every page, regardless of the routing, that's why this thing we have to implement. I mean that this is the way we can implement it. I hope you get it. We can even say the footer over here. Just a minute. Let's say footer. Okay, so it is there because I can like I have to add some css to make it footer, but that's not the point. I hope you get my point, what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's add that as well. Let's see if we can make footer go down. Let's make it red, and let's make its position to absolute, and let's put bottom as 0. Yep, it's down, but I'm not sure why its width has been reduced, but okay, I can fix it with css. But okay, that's not the point. I hope you get my point. What is the use of this routers?